Hi, today we are going to talk about Jack and Jill Lanes in American Fork and Lehigh. It's a business that we've chosen to just kind of help with their model and kind of bring a little bit more attention to the business. Quick introduction is that it was purchased by John and Patty Kaiser, or founded by John and Patty Kaiser in 1957 and named after their daughters Jackie and Jill. It was later purchased then by Jack and Bonnie Wadley, who still own it today. And so it's kind of interesting that it's named Jack and Jill's, owned by Jack, but has nothing to do with the name Jack and Jill's. So just get right into kind of what they're doing well and things that they can improve on and areas of opportunity here. So there's a couple of the strengths is that it has been in American Fork for over 50 years. It's a very locally hometown feel, very kind of intimate setting. A lot of people that have bowled there have come in contact with Jack, and a lot of times don't even know it, which is kind of a fun fact there. But it gives you that local hometown feel, and people really like to be able to know the owner and kind of feel part of the family, which really goes as a good strength for them. Some of the areas that they have that are weaknesses, though, are their current website. So they've really kind of relied on the fact that they have that hometown feel and they haven't put much into their website. It's a very plain and simple website. It is easy to navigate, which is good, but it doesn't have a lot of good picture quality or really inviting for those that probably don't know much about the bowling alley. And kind of with that, they have really an uninviting exterior and interior, especially in American Fork. It's a lot of, it kind of feels like the same bowling alley it was 50 years ago, because in a lot of senses it is the same bowling alley. There's not been a lot that has changed. Again, just kind of relying on that local, the local area to come in and frequent the business. Some opportunities though that exist are going to be for the Lehigh location that really primarily focuses on family entertainment. The Wadley family owns enough retail space in that building that they could add a mini golf course, which would put them in a lot better competition with All-Star Lanes and Fat Cat Lanes, who are probably their two biggest competitors. So that kind of takes us to the threats that All-Star Lanes and Fat Cat Lanes are the two biggest competitors, as I mentioned, where they have more than just bowling. There's arcades, there's mini golf, there's laser tag, and Lehigh has a lot of that. They're just lacking that mini golf, and their laser tag really is not really just not competitive to those of All-Star Lanes and Fat Cats. So there's a lot of opportunity for growth and improvement there. Probably the biggest threats, other than the two competitors, is also COVID-19. That's really just hurt a lot of businesses as we know it, a lot of small businesses, and so that continues to cause financial burdens, of course, just in general. And then the other probably biggest weakness they have is just a lack of social media presence. They do have a Facebook page, but it's pretty outdated and not a lot of activity going on with that. So we really do have three main objectives to help Jack and Jill's here. The first one is going to be increasing their Thunder Alley participation, and I'll get into really what Thunder Alley is in just a minute. But right now, we're trying to increase the American Fork Thunder Alley participation to 60%, or essentially 60% capacity. So it's not that we're trying to increase it by 60%, we're trying to increase it to 60%. Currently, it's sitting at about a 20% capacity on the nights that it's offered. Lehigh does a little bit better, as it is a little bit of a newer building, and so they're currently at about a 60% capacity on the nights that it's offered, and we're going to try to increase that to 80% by December 31st of 2020. Objective number 2 is really going to bring in that weakness they had with social media and bring an increased presence to their social media. We're going to focus on both the Lehigh and the American Fork page on Facebook. Right now, the American Fork page doesn't have very many likes, and we're going to try to increase those likes up to about 169 likes, and then to 1,000 visits. And then we're going to try to increase Lehigh's likes to 305 with 2,000 visits to the page. And this is going to be accomplished by, again, December 31st of 2020. Objective number 3 is really going to be targeted more towards American Fork Bowling Alley. That's the bowling alley that is geared more towards the leagues. It's got leagues Monday through Friday, and different mixed leagues, men's league and women's leagues. And we're going to increase the overall participation of leagues from American Fork up 25%. So that is going to be a 25% increase on the leagues. And then in Lehigh, there's only one league that's offered. And so with that league, we're going to increase that by 20%. Leagues do start at the beginning of the fall, so our objective on that increase is going to be by about November of 2020 to have that increase done by. Now with our target market, we've kind of narrowed it down to 15 to 24-year-olds as our primary market. This can be both genders, male and female. Now, according to Statista.com, ages 15 to 19 are spending about 5.7 hours a day on leisure activities, where 20 to 24-year-olds are spending about 5 hours a day on leisure activities. And then that's about 1 hour longer than those age 35 to 44 a day. Our secondary market is going to be those between 30 and 35, but we're really kind of narrowing that in to those in that age range with children, because we want to kind of focus on that family entertainment with the Lehigh location. And then the mean average just by for parents to have children is 27, and that's plus or minus 3 years, but again, according to Statista.com. Now with our positioning, we've got 2 main positions. The first one I mentioned was that Thunder Alley participation. And what Thunder Alley is it's unlimited bowling offered on Friday and Saturday nights starting at 10 o'clock, and that's both at the American Fork and the Lehigh location. It's $15 a person, and it's going to allow someone to bowl as many games as they'd like with their group of friends between those hours. Now there's a lot more that's done there that competes with the Thunder Alleys of Fat Cats and with All-Star Lanes. It has the blackout music, the blackout lights, the music going, and then the big thing is prize and money giveaways that the other 2 competitors are not offering at this time. So that's going to help draw the crowd in as well. And then the other big thing is going to be the Summer Pass. Now this is valid Memorial Day through Labor Day. That's $75 an individual and allows someone to either bowl or play up to 3 games of laser tag every single day, Monday through Friday. So this really lets people start to experience a bowling alley and bowl a lot of games for really a relatively cheap price. When we've compared that to Fat Cats and to All-Star Lanes, the closest daily deals that they offer, you would outspend that within just a few weeks. So these are going to be our 2 primary ways of positioning here. Now just with our distribution and marketing, we saw that according to the CDC that 90% of 18 to 29-year-olds use social media. And so again, with our primary target range of being that 15 to 24-year-old range, we're going to really be focusing heavy on social media as a big presence. 82% of 30 to even 49-year-olds are using social media. And really with social media, there's a low cost of media marketing, and that's going to allow us for more profitability. So we're going to spend less on ads and have more profitability as well. And then again, our sources just for Statista.com and the CDC. So we're trying to allow people to, our tagline that we're going to be using for marketing is going to be to strike on the lanes, not in your wallet. Give people a little bit of a break on money while being able to enjoy bowling. So this is going to be kind of the start that we do with Jack and Jill's, and we believe that with this marketing plan, we'll really be able to increase their business and their social media presence. Thanks.